Good morning, Lickers. Today is Friday, April 26th. I'm Amara.
And I'm Brandon, and this is your live liquor update.
Tomorrow in the I Center, the first group of inductees will be honored at the WBHS Fine Arts Wall of Fame. To RSVP, contact Ms. Whites.
If you want to attend the Orchard Lake Film Festival, on May 2nd at 7:30 a.m., make sure to turn in $3 to Mrs. Brody in the counseling's office. I'm sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
The Axe truck came to WB on Monday. Reporter Jared Macalino has the inside scoop on the company and their visit.
The robotics team.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The end of the day. Ready for some fun? But wait, first you have to fill out the Google form sent to all seniors. You can make a team of 10 to 15 people to participate. If you just want to observe the event instead of staying in class, you must also fill out a form to support your fellow classmates. This event is free, and all forms are due by May 1st, so don't miss out on one of your last great events at WB.
Depression is a common but serious mood disorder. It can cause drastic symptoms that affect how you feel, think, and handle daily activities, such as sleeping, eating, and working.
According to HealthWatch, it's estimated that 16.2 million adults in the United States have had at least one major depressive episode in a given year.
You may have depression if feelings of sadness or emptiness don't go away within a couple of weeks. Other emotional symptoms include extreme inability over seemingly minor things, anxiety and restlessness, trouble with anger management, loss of interest in activities, fixation on the past or things that have gone wrong, and thoughts of death or suicide.
If you think you may have depression, start by making an appointment to see your doctor or healthcare provider, who specializes in diagnosing and treating mental health conditions.
Not everyone who is depressed experiences every symptom. Some people experience only a few symptoms, while others may experience many.
Several persistent symptoms in addition to low mood are required for a diagnosis of major depression.
The severity and frequency of symptoms and how long they last will vary depending on the individual and his or her particular illness.
If you think someone is at immediate risk of self-harm, try the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-8255.
I'm Annabelle, filling in for Stephanie, and this is your Today in History. Today in History on April 26, 1986, a catastrophic failure of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine resulted in a radioactive meltdown, which sent several large amounts of hazardous materials into the atmosphere. The radiation fallout from the disaster spread throughout Europe and endangered the health of millions of people. Today, in 1928, Pedro Flores, a Filipino immigrant to the U.S., opened the first yo-yo factoring plant to create his new company in Santa Barbara, California. A year later, Pedro Flores was operating 2 more factories in Los Angeles and Hollywood, which in all employed 600 workers and produced over 300,000 yo-yos each day. On this day in 1962, the first U.S. rocket, the Ranger 4, reached the moon. Its mission was to transmit images of the moon's surface back to Earth. But due to a failure on the spacecraft, it crashed into the moon's dark side and failed to give any useful information. It was a success relative to the 3 previous attempts by the U.S., which each resulted in a critical early failures. In 2009, American health officials declared a public health emergency from 20 confirmed cases of swine flu, which is pig. This prompted each nation to temporarily place travel bans to prevent the spread of the sickness. It was a tense situation due to the possibility of the virus mutating and becoming impossible to treat. But thankfully, the threat was extinguished and the problem was resolved. I'm Annabelle, and this is your Laker Update.
Difficulties that just occurred. Reporter Jared McElino will go back to the Axe Truck message.
Samples of students here at WB. Axe is a body fragrance company that sells deodorant, body wash, and deodorant, many other things too. We asked employers on what their purpose in coming here was for.
Somebody called and told us the guys were smelling a little, so we wanted to come help them out. I'm just joking. Basically, we want everybody to know about Axe, man, and personal health care and wellness. So it's all about chill vibes and smelling good.
Axe was launched in France in 1983 by Unilever. It was inspired by another one of Unilever's brands, Impulse. Unilever introduced many products in the range, but were forced to use the name Lynx in the United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand due to trademark issues with the Axe name. In addition, some countries introduced the brand as Ego.
The experience was nice to just get, fresh Axe and to smell good, yeah.
The pictures are nice, the mirrors in there are nice, and it smells good in there.
Scents have evolved over time. From 1983 until about 1989, the variant names were descriptions of the fragrances and included musk, spice, amber, oriental, and marine. From 1990 until 1996, geographic names for fragrances were used.
So I thought it was a really cool experience. It was really cool to see all of their different products displayed in those different kind of ways.
Well, it was a very cool experience. I love the design, definitely. And I got a Axe Phoenix when I'm trying to flirt.
It was pretty tight, They was giving free samples and stuff. They was doing hair. Cool.
It was pretty good. I got some good spray, and I'm about to smell fresh after gym, Get a little clean.
Axe is one of the many companies that are willing to help you maintain good hygiene. I'm Jared McLeod reporting for Laker Update.
The robotics team just finished their season and made it to states. Reporter Emma Hugg has more on how states went for the team.
Recently, the robotics team went to their state competition. I talked to some members to see what it's all about.
Basically, at states, for the first few matches, we were doing okay, but not entirely our fault, but we didn't finish our lifting systems to go to level 2 for endgame.
At the end of the game, we have to lift our robot up onto a platform, and it's worth a certain amount of points. And it's really important to the game, but we could not finish it in time, so it cost us a lot of points.
WB ended up beating 402 teams, placing in the top half in the state.
Our record was 6-6, win to loss, no ties, and then we were we were hoping to get picked during the alliance selection phase. We didn't. If we were, we would have been, our chance of going to Worlds would have increasing by a very large degree. There's 3 main divisions, so there's programming, building, or designing. Programming, for example, they during first use Java. Designing use CAD or computer-aided design to plan the robot, and then a build team receives those instructions, and once the design is done in the parts order, they begin to build. They familiarize themselves with the systems, and then they tell the coders what they need to be put on.
This is the first time the team has made it to states.
I didn't really expect to make it to states. It is my first year here, so when they said that it was the first time they made it to states, I don't think I was quite impacted as they were, because it's my first year.
Getting to states was definitely an achievement because we've been on this team. I've been on this team for 3 years, and a lot of the other members have as well. And not in the entire history of our team have we ever made it to states.
Congratulations to the West Bloomfield robotics team.
I'm Emma Hugg reporting for the Lakers.
Sports today. At 4, boys freshman baseball will take the field at home against Lakeland, and boys varsity baseball will play away against Brother Rice. Also at 4, girls varsity tennis will go against Farmington at Farmington. Then at 4:30, girls varsity softball plays away against Royal Oak. Come out and support your fellow Lakers.
Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for watching the Laker Update.
You can connect with us on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook, as well as LakerUpdate.com.
Have a great day, Lakers.